It's just over 1 year now since work began converting the Brafey Event Centre into an international protection centre. Between the International Protection Centre and the Ukrainian Refugee Centre, there are approximately 700 individuals staying there, and many of whom, according to mainstream media reporting, have arrived here illegally with no documents. Last week in Dublin, 3 young children and an adult were stabbed outside a school in Dublin City by a migrant who should not even have been in the country. Brafey School is situated about 100 metres away from the new International Protection Centre here in Brafey. What do you think would happen if a similar attack to what happened in Dublin last week happened outside a school in a little village like Brafey? Do you think there'd be many passers-by to stop the assailant? No, there wouldn't be. This has been one of my main concerns with our current immigration policy here in Ireland. And there are plenty of other concerns as well, like the lack of services and resources to look after so many people. These are the sort of concerns that were raised today at Mayo County Council's monthly meeting. It's astonishing to see how the councillors have changed their tune over the last year. The sorts of things that I was saying a year ago and being called far right for are now being echoed by our councillors in our Mayo County Council. So let's have a look at what some of the councillors had to say today. Now, firstly, let's look at Peter Flynn from Fine Gael. Peter, now, he wouldn't be the worst in there, and in fairness to him, he requested a report some months ago looking at the services and resources in the county and seeing what we have and what we're capable of looking after. Finally, today, 4 months later, we received the Refugee Accommodation and Local Authority Capacity Report. Now, generally, this report was heavily criticised by the councillors today. Peter informed us that it cost €3,000 for the report to be produced, and it failed miserably. He said that there was no live data on the numbers of people coming into the county and that there was no information on the level of supports and services available in the county. Now, Donna Sheridan, another Fine Gaeler, and again, not the worst in fairness to her. Donna started off by saying that she was delighted to see that the fog had lifted in the chamber. She was referring, of course, to a special meeting that was proposed back in May, which was only supported by 4 councillors. Everybody else refused to attend and it was subsequently cancelled. And they put forward a motion stating that Mayo could not take in any more international protection applicants or Ukrainian refugees until such time as we had adequate level of resources and services in the county to look after everybody. So they wanted to discuss that motion and they called a meeting and everybody jumped ship. Nobody would attend. There was only 4 people in total that were willing to attend that. Donna was just making reference to that. Donna was the 4th, as well as the 3 whips that was willing to attend that meeting. Donna rejected the report that was produced today, and she highlighted again the fact that Tom Gilligan is not providing councillors with up-to-date info regarding people coming into the county. Next, we have John O'Hara, another Fine Gael. We'll get all the Fine Gaelers out of the way first. Councillor O'Hara said that councillors need to be notified when people are coming into their communities. He said that many people are coming in via bus at night time, and he said our own people, the Irish people, need to start being put first, that there are no houses for them. And he also said that the tourist accommodation in Ballina is non-existent. Next, another Fine Gaeler, Tom Connolly. Tom asked a question of Tom Gilligan about a nursing home near Claremorris called Castlebar. The councillor said that there are rumours that 300 refugees or asylum seekers are going to be moving in there, and he asked Gilligan for confirmation. And Director of Services Gilligan had no reply to this. Now, Patsy O'Brien, another Fine Gaeler. Patsy said that we are losing our youth, which we are. We can see it here in Brafey as well. We're losing our youth everywhere. They're all going off to Australia. There's nothing here for them. As well as that, he said that nobody is liaising with the local representatives about what's going on in these communities. Another Fine Gaeler now, Michael Burke. He said that there has been no communication with locals. He said that councillors do not know what's going on, that they have no role in it, and that they're essentially being informed on the street about what's happening in their community. He said that councillors need to be informed as to what's going on in these communities, that our towns are being overrun and that services are not available. And then finally from Fine Gael, Jarlath Munnelly. Jarlath also rejects the report that was produced today, mainly because it doesn't address how the current immigration policy is affecting the tourism economy. He said that there is no tourist accommodation available in Ballycastle and Killala, and that it's all used for refugees and international protection applicants. He also mentioned that Fáilte Ireland approved a report stating that the tourism sector is going to lose out on €1 billion as a result of accommodation being used for refugees and international protection applicants. Okay, and now on to Fianna Fáil. First up, Damien Ryan. He said that there needs to be a proper audit of the services in the county and a strategy put forward. He said that the high numbers of people coming into the county are having a negative impact on services for the people already living here, as well as for others arriving. He went on to say that the current policy is promoting opportunists and profiteers, that there needs to be regular updates on the numbers of people coming into the county. He also said that there needs to be a meaningful debate in the council regarding services and resources, and that then needs to be communicated with the national government. Then we have Westport Independent Christy Hyland. Christy likes to start off giving some praise to the refugees, saying that he knows lots of them who are working, which is great. But then he goes on to say that there needs to be a distinction made between refugees, genuine asylum seekers, and economic migrants, which is what we've been saying for a long time, Christy. Christy went on to say that tourism is being affected and that there are no beds available and jobs are being lost. Then you have Seamus Weir, independent from Ballina. Seamus responded directly to the Fine Gael and the Fianna Fáil councillors who were criticising the current immigration policy. And he went on to say to them, why don't you leave your party if you're so unhappy with their current immigration policy? Good idea, Seamus. And next up we had independent from Castlebar, Michael Kilcoyne. Michael criticised and rejects the report that was produced today, stating that it was nearly 4 months old. He said Tom Gilligan has stopped passing on regular updates on the numbers of people coming into the county. He mentioned the special meeting that was proposed back in May, the one I mentioned previously, the one which was scuppered by most of the councillors, saying now they agree with it when it's too late. About the special meeting, Councillor Kilcoyne made the point that it's not easy going out on a limb and acting on your own, not getting any support from your fellow councillors. And all I can say is, I know the feeling well. Michael Kilcoyne also referred to the profiteering element within this supposed humanitarian effort, stating that people who own these centres are essentially winning the lotto every month. A few other points that he made are that tourism is suffering and that there is no accommodation. He said that this is affecting our homelessness problem. We have currently 160 homeless people here in Mayo. And he also mentioned the €800 per month tax-free that you're entitled to if you take in a Ukrainian refugee. No similar offer if you're taking in an Irish homeless person though. Now let's have a listen to some of the responses that the councillors got from the executive. First up, Joanne Grehan, Director of Services. Ms Grehan acknowledged the delay in producing the report and also that the figures were out of date, although she says they were the best available at the time of producing the report. Tom Gilligan, Director of Services as well, said that he cannot stand over the figures of people coming into the county. He says that the figures come with a serious health warning and that they're not accurate and that the information they're getting from the department is not reliable. Tom Gilligan also said that he doesn't know the total number of refugees and international protection applicants in the county at the moment. And bringing that issue to a close, Michael Loftus, the Cathaoirleach, said that a new report needs to be produced with up-to-date information. He also said that a letter needs to be sent to government stating that the tourist accommodation here in Mayo should not be used for refugees or international protection applicants into the future. Even though there seems to be a change in how some of our local politicians are speaking on this immigration issue, don't give them too much credit yet. Pressure is building on them in a serious way, and that's why they're beginning to change their tune. In my opinion, the majority of Mayo County councillors need to be voted out of office next election. In the meantime, people need to stand up and be counted. Don't be worried about this far-right label that they throw around. It's losing its power. It means nothing. Decent, ordinary people need to stand up, find their voice and speak out.